welcome here in Knock. We are honoured to have them here, and it's a great honour for the hall here to have the honour of putting our hall at the disposal of the group for this festival. I'd also like to welcome here to Knock John Martin from Kilcullen, the judge this year for the Laois Drama Festival. Other visitors here are Big Ed of Laois Community Radio. I'd also like to welcome members of other drama groups from around the county who are coming here to see what they're up again and to gauge the chances by what to see here. To all those visitors, when the production is over, there will be a cup of tea and a chat and a bit of discussion and crack in the kitchen hereafter. Okay? During the night, during the long intervals now, that will be between the acts, there will be a raffle. The price of the tickets will be 20 pence strip and 3 for 50p. Helps to meet the expenses. Now before we start, I would just like to impress on you that this play is for competition, and it's important that everybody stays in their seats while the house lights are off and keep as quiet as you can. It will help the group. They're after putting in a lot of cold nights, maybe long nights, rehearsing for tonight, and this is their big night. So your way of helping them will be as good as you can. So I think that is about all. I think they're just practically ready now to go ahead. And any latecomers, if you come in there, don't come up very far, just stay there.
You're giving us a breakfast before we go.
There's nothing but a cup of tea.
Good. I don't want my appetite impaired today.
Now you better hurry and change your clothes, or the others will go without you. They're all laid out in the room.
And Frida,
What's the matter?
any chance of loaning a few pounds? They'll get you back, you know.
No chance at all.
Whatsoever.
None.
All my mother gave me was a fiver. A fiver, imagine, for a man of my morals.
Now you're to give off the drink today, you hear me? And one of I can know it, but I do. And I might get to be head to tell Joe.
Don't tell Joe. There's no need for that.
I will if I find you go overdoing it again. Haha, I tipped you well the first time. When a fella your age starts eating peppermints, the jig is up.
A pint was all I had, and that was just to be sociable.
What are you trying to cut? You had a gallon up in your eyes.
Well, it won't happen again. A pint is my limit from now on. And this is for the sake of drink, you know.
I know. Good for the love of the company. Well, it better not happen this time.
Good God, Shiny, are you changed yet?
Just going, Ma. Won't be a minute when I get started. Ma, you wouldn't consider part way another fiver, would you?
I gave you a fiver last night, Shiny. I can't imagine what you want the second one for.
Every car needs a spare wheel.
Why, you were pretending for you, Shiny. You were costing enough, as it is.
How much will I be finished after Christmas? A qualified horse doctor with money to murder.
Oh, thanks be to God, I'm not a horse.
You mightn't be a horse, but it has in a herd.
Yourself not bothering that fella.
You nag him too much, anyhow. Here, try this from the back. Please.
The very minute I made mention of his dad, you changed the subject. Now don't deny it. I know we have it in our minds not to talk about him, but we seem to talk about little else.
I changed the subject because I wanted this time. And I haven't all day. I had off for getting married, you know.
And you were saying if he was a proper father, he'd be here. And thanking God he isn't, wherever he is. Because he'd come home and spoil the day for Mary.
I wasn't thinking of about that.
You mean to tell me you weren't thinking about him at all today?
Of course I thought about him today. He's the father of my children and he was my husband for 5 years.
But he wasn't your husband for 20 years.
20 years. And all those early years, as I heard a knock at the door, I sat up with little my hand in my heart, wondering that might be him.
And thanking God it wasn't.
Not at first, you know that. I would have welcomed him at first because I missed him like you would miss the beating of your heart. Then, when he didn't come back, I grew to hate him. Hate soon went too after a few years. Now it doesn't matter anymore. I can think of like 100 other people. I'm glad he isn't here. Glad for Mary's sake.
I'm glad too. For your sake and for Mary's.
Here I am, gabbling and prattling, and I should be above with Mary. It's a bundle of hair. Rita, no one's ever get married.
What? Married? To a man? Yuck! Way out on the sea.
Go on. A nice slow waltz. No stancing. No lights. A big blonde or even a small blonde. Do you love me, Gertie? Do you distract you with sad news? Run away with me, Gertie. But I can't, darling. I've got my dancing shoes on. Give me some hot water, Frida. Joe's in the bathroom, but I can't get in.
If you had shaved this morning like I told you, you wouldn't be rushing now.
Can't you picture it, Frida? The orchestra muted to drowsiness. You're in the arms of a cavalry officer. Your lips brush faintly in the dark. I can't stand it, he cries. I must, darling, I must. And with that, he dashes off to the highway.
Shave and shut up, you big slap.
When I have money, Frida, I'd stop shaving and grow a beard like Mistopheles. Frida, is Mary in love with Willie, do you think?
Of course she is. Why do you think she's marrying him?
He's a doctor, isn't he?
If you turn out to be half as good as Willie, you would be online too.
You're like Willie, Frida.
He'll suit Mary.
Not as dashing as me, though.
When you propose to a sensible girl, you'll soon find out how dashing you are.
Did anybody ever propose to you, Frida?
I could have been married once if that's what you mean. A fine, healthy, respectable gentleman from Kisheen was mad about me.
And what happened?
Nothing happened. I just wouldn't marry him, that's all. I saw enough of marriage in my life. Too much to want any part of it.
And we're back to all of that. What did you run away from, Frida? From reality? From responsibility? Or from you, Frida?
Now you better hurry on, or the others will leave you behind.
Is that why you're not coming to the wedding today?
Somebody has to mind the house. Well, if we get robbed, or the cows, what about them? Will they be able to work the big machines on themselves?
Frida, you remember my father well, of course. I don't remember him at all. What kind of a fellow was he? I mean, had he any good pints at all, or was he just a lousy bum? I think he was.
He was worse than a bum. He was a wanderer born and bred. We were often at the height of the harvest here. If he heard about a football match or a race meeting, he was up and gone. God only knows when he'd show up. I remember one time we had a meadow down in the big field. Your mother was carrying Mary at the time. He went off to a race meeting in Mallow. Never came back for a week. Another time, I think it was a clown match. He went off with a milk check, and the race overdue. Oh, he came back a week later, broke to the rope. We had to sell 2 cows to clear the debts.
And no explanation for it.
He was no good.
How did you get on with him, Frida?
I couldn't stand him. He couldn't stand me. He broke our hearts. He was always breaking our hearts.
Who was hard?
I never answered him if he spoke to me. Not since he went away on that first hike. He couldn't sit still. He couldn't sit by the fire and smoke his pipe like any sensible man. No, it was always off to here, off to there, looking at this and looking at that. I couldn't depend on him, not for anything.
Strange man.
Now you try to picture the exact opposite of Joe and you haven't. 4 days before a big hurling match in Dublin, he was up and away. He'd walked the whole way in stages. That's how to give him the name the Hiker. Family or responsibility didn't matter to him. Not when he got the fit to be moved.
You didn't like him.
I hate him.
Well, you can't blame him, so. I mean, if my mother hated him and you hated him, he saw no point in hanging around.
Now that's not true. We didn't hate him at first.
Maybe if there was more understanding.
Don't make me do that. There are others like him, you know. It's not uncommon. It's in the blood. A constant calling to be up and away. Oh, it's like a disease. Like pneumonia or tuberculosis. One is one of God's gracious curses.
Because you can't blame him, so. The thing was in him and he couldn't do much about it.
There's a cure for every disease. And his cure was marriage. But he was such a contrary, ruthless wretch. He couldn't shoulder his responsibilities. Can you imagine it? 20 long, terrible years. Not even coming back to inquire if they were alive or dead. But we were often on the verge of hunger here if it wasn't for Joe. Joe had to leave school at the age of 12. Joe that had a scholar's head. Joe could have been anything, but he hadn't a chance. He never got a chance. He was never a boy. He was never a child even. His father saw to that.
Maybe he's dead.
We should God he was dead. No, he's not dead. We'd have heard before now if he was. There are some men that die before their time, but not him.
It doesn't seem to be much of an excuse for him, does there?
Excuse? Hanging is too good for him. Can you imagine it? Leaving a helpless wife, an infant in the cradle, and 2 babies. God, I don't know what I'd have done if I hadn't been here. Can you imagine it? Now, a cow wouldn't leave her calf, or a mare her foal. But your dad, your father, disappeared without as much as goodbye. Now, I know no animal except your dad who would even do a thing like that.
Find this tie of your friend. And don't start putting one of your fancy knots on it, eh? What were you talking about? Our dad, our dear absent dad.
Not a very pleasant subject, apparently, on such a promising morning.
Well, why bring it up then?
Hope he God it wasn't brought up. He's a lying way of bringing himself up. You'd think after 20 years his memory would be dead. But instead he comes back to haunt us.
Well, he's not haunting me, I can tell you.
You remember him better than any of us. You were 5 when he left.
I do. I remember my mother's tears better. Now, I don't want to hear another one about that worthless bastard this morning. Pour the cup of tea now, please. How do you like the new suit, Frank?
Nice coat. Good main material. What do you think of mine? Of course, I haven't a coat on yet.
Oh, I like the shade.
Yes, sort of a professional tinge to it. Should impress the farmers. All I want now is a waistcoat and a couple of fountain pens. You know what they call our beloved father up Kiskeen way off over into Kerry?
Oh, I know, the hiker. Hiker Lacey.
That's it. First year I was at university, there was a fella from Cove doing medicine. Lacey, he says. Lacey. You wouldn't be onto the immortal Hiker Lacey that walked across the world and let his wife down as much as a goodbye. He's my father, I said. Well, that poor fella really dropped dead with fright when I told him. Treated me with tremendous respect after that. They have a sort of a sneaky regard for me in a lot of places.
I still have to crumble and inject the ring.
Yes, that's it. But do you know that the measure time me of the hiker around here yet? Now, they wouldn't say the opposite of us, of course, but they do. I heard 2 of me at the cribby one morning. They were talking about a pony. When did you buy it? One old man says to the other. 'Tis a long bit ago, he says. I tell you exactly when it was then, he says. It was the year after the hiker left. I wonder, does he ever think about us?
Well, it looks like it, doesn't it?
I know, but if you ever got half drunk, you might get sentimental. Fellas usually start blathering about their families when they're boozed.
Not him.
He was a hard man, all right. 20 years not even a bloody Christmas card.
Oh, not in his mind for himself.
Suppose he came back, Joe. Now, just suppose. Would you talk to him?
I'd talk to him all right. I certainly would. For 1 full minute, I curse him and then I break his bloody back.
Would you talk to him, Frida?
I don't want to hear the mention of his name. The very thought of him gives me a pain in my stomach.
I don't suppose I talk to him either. That's the way I feel about him. I don't think I could strike him though. Now his me father wouldn't stop me. It's just I wouldn't be bothered.
Now, what if you remember my mother 5 years after him then? You had to strike him and you had to go on striking him until he was purple and his tongue hanging out. That fella should be put in a rack, man. All you could allow for a man getting dog fish. But God Almighty, 20 years.
Finish your tea, boys. Joe, is there enough petrol in the car?
Do you remember the Driscoll girl from Falmore used to be knocking around with?
I do well. The shy dark-haired one. She had lovely long legs.
Do you remember when I stopped seeing her? You used to be cotton me about it.
Yes.
That time hurt, man. Because I was fond of that girl. Now she's married now, expecting a baby any day. That's what I hear.
I'm sorry, Joe. I didn't realise you were serious at the time.
I know you didn't mean anything, but it's damn hard to take just the same.
But what happened? I mean, what went wrong?
Oh, Michael.
Come again?
I called to her house one night to take her to a dance. When she wasn't all dressed up and ready, I knew there was something wrong. I tried to think of anything I should have said or done, but I couldn't think of anything. I can't have to tune the more, Joe, she says. Why, Si, tell me why. Is the high Lacey a bad? Oh, you been son, what about it? Well, goodbye, Joe, she said. There were tears in her eyes, I could see them shining in the dark.
Dear Joe, have another hot cup.
I was Travis told you. Here I am talking about him too. He's like a bloody ghost who was alright. No more talking now, listen there, is there nothing going to spoil your happiness? No!
I better get me coat on.
Did you check the car again?
Yes, everything is in
What
order.
about the spare?
Perfect.
What is the kind of morning we get a function?
Don't worry, Joe. Everything will be all right.
What do you think it was myself that's getting married? I mean, that's yours. I wish it was over. Well, you hurry up and keep it in close, man. Tell me we will hurry up down there too.
Hey, in parts of Borneo, there's no such thing as marriage. A couple of bags of old ice or a quarter stone of brown sugar, you take what you want.
Yeah, then. Turn around. He wanted to loan some fibre off of me this morning before you came down.
And he tapped me for a fiver.
And you gave it to him.
It isn't every day. He'll have his own money soon. It isn't every day one of us is getting married.
Are you alright for a few pounds yourself, Joe?
God's right, then. What do I want him for? I don't drink or smoke. We'll miss Mary.
Yeah. It's the chash I miss. She was always talking.
Aye, Mary's a chatterbox, all right. A young woman's talk is better than music around any house.
Yeah, but she's making a good marriage, Joe, all the same.
Aye, Willie's a sound man. He won't run away like her dad. Oh, you'll be managed here today, won't you?
I know I managed before, didn't I?
You better not go near the small out outside the bullock in there. You better not put the milk machine on the old blue cow. Hand me the cord. I'm frosted with the old dip. I'll have to sit in this chair. Keep laying on the gates now and again.
Don't worry.
I don't know what time we'll be back. It'll be late, I'd say. The pig field's all laid out for you. You know, get the whole blue cow's milk to the calves. Get laying the people's horses and don't get into the car. Well, you know, I'll make good that tomorrow morning if the weather comes. When you're bringing in the cows, keep the dogs under control.
I told you not to worry. Way up this place laid out, Rose himself.
That's what I know, but care is the thing. You have to take care, you can't relax on a farm.
It's all you're doing, you know.
What is?
Where we are today, Mary married a farmer, who became a doctor. Simon almost qualified. With good land, best of stock. It would be paupers only for you, Joe.
Oh, sure, you only did what had to be done.
You did more than that. When fellas your age were out enjoying themselves, you were here slaving away.
That's why I didn't mind the work at all. The land is good, and when the land is good, it's half the battle.
They're coming. And wait till you see her. Man, she's a real dazzler. Here comes the bride. La 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 la.
Well, will one of you say something? How do I look?
Out of this world.
Rubbish.
You look like something out of a magazine. Come on now, Mary, a quick cup of tea.
For last under this roof.
For heaven's sake, Mother, you'd swear I was going to America. Give me a fag signing, I've the heebie-jeebies.
You can still back out, but you want it. I can't pull the bus again into your dress.
Wouldn't you sign me, and then I could go back to bed again.
Now, walking is catching.
Do I look all right, Aunt Frida?
You look perfect. To be serious, you.
I hope he isn't held up or late or anything. Wouldn't it be awful if we were there first?
Not so late as it is.
Are we forgetting anything?
No, I get back to the money. Come on.
Now, Mary, you finish your tea. There's no worry. Oh, it's been a lovely day for a wedding. I hope the weather holds up for the honeymoon.
I suppose I'd better tell somebody where we're going, but don't tell the boys. You know what is
France.
No.
Rome.
No, we're going to Spain. Willie always wanted to go there.
How long?
Oh, I don't know for sure. A month at the most. Oh, I'm so excited. Were you excited, Mother? Oh, I'm
Why?
sorry.
My poor baby, my little baby.
Come on.
I can't. Me makeup was ruined.
This is definitely my last time to get married. With my cigarettes and my... You go on, Mother. I want to have one last look around.
For last look around.
I wanted a word alone with you, Aunt Frida, before I left. I want to thank you for everything, for all the nice things you've done for me. Oh, I know we often had our tiffs, but you were always for my good, although I didn't see it at the time. I know now, though, who brought us all through.
He won't wait forever.
I couldn't say this to my mother, but I had an awful fear my father would show up. He could have spoiled everything. Willie knows all about him, but his people aren't sure yet. I prayed he was dead. I didn't care how he died, just as long as he was dead. Terrible things to be saying about my father.
No, not about your father. Not about him. You could have been dead for all he cared.
He was my one big worry, the one thing I feared.
There's no need to worry now.
I don't think I could have gone through with it if he had shown up.
Nonsense, my dear. You mustn't think about such things. This is the happiest day of your life. Now, give my love to Willie. You'll be coming to see me on the honeymoon soon.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
And I'll have a big cock turkey ready waiting for you. Run along now. Don't look back. Look forward. Because this is the day when your life really begins. Now listen, when you started smiling, you can always smile.
And Frida, there's one thing. There's Joe. Make him go out nights or send him away for a weekend. He's buried in the land and he'll be old before he knows it.
Now don't worry about Joe. There's a lot of good in store for him. Wait now and you'll see.
Don't hurry. Don't hurry. I only came here 10 minutes late. Personally speaking, I don't mind. But then, of course, I'm not the one that's getting married today.
Good God, I never realised it was so late. Poor Willie. Goodbye, Aunt Frida. Thanks for everything. Give me a thanks signing. Goodbye, Aunt Frida. Look after yourself. Goodbye, old house, old walls, old kitchen.
I always say there's nothing like a good cry, Frida. Sorry I can't join you.
Oh, that I have.
But you're me. Look at me. Aren't you glad? Now listen, Frida. I'll have to be off. And don't look so lonely. Your turn will come too.
My turn to run. I lost my place in family, rearing another woman's family. What do you want? God, no, it's not you. Don't come near me! Don't come near me! There we are. There we are! Don't come near me! Why did you have to come back to us? Move along. Move along! You don't belong here anymore. Why did you have to come along here? Get out. You can't stay here. What? Joe comes. You don't get this money you want. I'll give it to you. But you have to go. You have to go. What if Kate sees him? And Joe, he'll go mad. He'll kill you. He'll kill you for sure.
Joe, is this his coat?
Yes, that's his coat.
Tis the coat of a big man.
But Joe is a big, strong, powerful man now, and he'll throttle you.
My son,
Your son? Your son? You have no son. You gave that up 20 years ago.
is still my son. But where are they anyway? Where is Mary, Kate, Sammy? Where's Kate? Is my wife dead? Tell me, is my wife dead?
Your wife dead? I refuse to answer that question, or any more of your questions. You have no business. You have not even one right to ask.
And are you going to tell me nothing about my family?
Your family? Don't you understand? They're not your family anymore. You don't belong here. So come on out now. Out!
You'll have to let me rest a while. I'm not a well man. I am tired.
Rest! Come on out now. None of that nonsense. There's nothing the matter with you. Out!
Let me alone till I get my wind back. I walked 20 miles from Cork this morning. My feet are swollen and I'm dog tired. Lots of cars passed me on the road this morning, as if they were on their way to a wedding, but not a bus stop to give me a lift.
Oh, thanks be to God for that. Mary was married this morning, and that would be her husband's party that passed you.
Mary, the baby, married.
Mary is 21 years old now, so come on, if you have any decency at all in you, you'll get out, or you'll be the dinner of Kate when she comes home.
Let me alone. I'm not able. I'm tired.
I had that feeling we'll be seeing you one of these days. The frost came early, that was one side. The duck landed long ago. The bushes were black with sloes, and the clouds never so high in the sky. All signs of a hard winter. We'll be having to hike her one of these days, I said to myself. He'll come back now when he's too old for the roads, and too feeble for more of his debauchery. He'll come back here now regaling us with his adventures. Well, there's no fatted calf here for you now, so come on, you restless, merciless wretch. Get out! I don't want you here. 20 years! Out! Out!
Give me a rest, can't you, for a few minutes? I am exhausted. Have a heart, can't you?
Have a heart! If I was a man, I'd drive a pike through your guts! I swear at you! How dare you come in here? How dare you talk to me? How dare you look at me? How dare you spoil my kitchen with your filth? You're like an old tomcat that was out all night, coming back in the morning expecting his milk. When
came back once.
No, you didn't.
I came back once. I stood outside that window there, and that heart was torn out of me. I said to myself, has no one any regard for a man who feels different? I saw you sitting there in the kitchen with me. Only it was I that should have been sitting there, and not you. But you were father and mother, uncle and aunt, all rolled into one. I went away from the window that night, and my heart was broken. But he looked happy enough. He had my children. He didn't want me.
You had your freedom, but poor Kate had a broken heart.
Kate broke her own heart. Kate was a mouse, but I loved her. But I couldn't make her into a woman with you around. There was no peace or fulfillment in our lovemaking. And even in our privacy, the shadow of you was always hanging over us.
Now, I never said a word against you.
You never said a word for me either. But you couldn't tolerate me. You wouldn't boss me around.
I wanted to leave here, but I couldn't, because I had to mind your wife and rear your children.
I should have kicked you out the first time I came into this house. That was the mistake I made. Okay.
Put in your house, would you? Well, listen here, I had as much right to this place as Kate had.
Yes, you had. That was the mistake I made. I'd have been better off out under a bush. I had not.
You had as much right to the place as any of us had.
Another lie. Why the hell didn't you go and get married like any other woman?
Maybe I didn't want to get married.
Well, you could have got to hell over here, not thinking on board.
What? Would you help me walk the road like an old tramp?
Oh, I'm the one that had to do that. But with useless talking to you. You're still the same.
So are you.
Time has broken me, but not you.
Come on out. Get that filthy thing and get out of here. I don't want you here with your husband. Come on, come on.
Let me alone. I'll have to take my chances with me son.
Your son. Your son. They don't know you. They don't even remember you.
Well, I'm going to wait anyway.
You're crooked as well. Trying to blame me for the 20 years you missed. Ha! Well, that's the greatest lie of all.
I blame no one for that 20 years. But that 20 years was no fun for me. But I had my pride. There was no coming back. But pride is no virtue. But at least it gives a man a bit of dignity. But there was no pride for me living with a woman who thought that loving was some kind of sin. And you with your roses and your novenas, only people like you should be kept a million miles away from love.
I wanted to leave this place. I'd have left it the first day you came in here if you'd asked me, or if Kate had asked me, but nobody asked me.
I weren't old enough to know without having to be told.
Well, thank God Mary is gone. A few hours earlier, and she told me she wouldn't have married at all. You'd have wrecked her life.
I wouldn't have done that.
But can't you see? She told me this morning, without any prompting from me. She said she wouldn't have got married if you had showed up a few hours earlier. She has no time for you.
Great God, why?
They're ashamed of you, that's why. The very mention of your name and they start hating you. So come on now, do this one good thing in your life, and then maybe God will have mercy on you. Come on.
Leave me alone. Oh God and my God are different people. I've come too far now to go away again. 20 years was long enough.
God, you stayed away for 20 years. Why couldn't you stay away for the few that's left in you?
But I didn't come home to cause trouble. If I wanted to do that, I could have done it years ago. I came home to die. All I want is to spend 1 year in peace. That's not asking too much. For I'm afraid of the end. I'm mortally afraid. All I want is for some of my own blood to be near me. Someone to cross my hands and close my eyes when the life gives out on me.
You should have thought of that 20 years ago, when your wife and your family were desperate for you. Or do you know what it's like for a 5-year-old boy to be without his father? When Joe does.
Well, I know it too. But you'd let a now dog die in peace, wouldn't you? I want things. I wanted to feel things. I wanted to feel the silence of the quiet fields. To feel anything at all that would keep me in touch with what I once had. I wanted things.
You wanted hanging. That's what you wanted. You have no right to want anything.
But I didn't come home to persecute you. I came home to die. I can feel it in my bones. Every breath I take is that message for me.
Die someplace else. You came home to die, you said. Right. Out there is your home. So, come along. Out to your home and die.
Let me alone, can't you? If you saw the state of my feet, they're torn to ribbons from the road.
Come on now. Come on. None of that. Wake up. Come on.
Why are you pulling me?
Quick, God. You've been away for 20 years. Now you expect to come back and take up where you left off. Come on now. I know what Joe kills when Joe comes in. Come on. Wake up. Wake up, you little pig. Come on. Wake up. Come on. Do it, Jack. Wake up. Wake up. Oh, God, what will I do? That you might die there. You might leave me in peace. God will come down and take that last breath out of you. God forgive me, but I do wish you were dead.
What kept you?
Oh, it was today. Not today.
Better late than never, I suppose. You had a few pints.
Oh, you.
About 9 or 10, I'd say.
When a fella stops to get you a lift and he asks you to have a drink, you don't have to go to hell, Joe.
No, you could have an orange juice.
You could, but I couldn't.
I don't mean to sound like an old woman, but for your own sake, correct, the exam is over.
Sure, I don't drink much, Joe. Only when I have the money, and that's not often.
Actually, don't need to be given out to you. You're entitled to a few pints now and then. I suppose most students are the same. But for your own sake, wait till you're qualified. Oh, by the way, when are you going back?
Oh, Monday morning. What time is Mary coming at?
1 o'clock tomorrow, I think. But don't you know, Mary? Or did you get a car?
I got 3.
It's got the same here. Seville, Madrid, Barcelona. I've never seen those places.
I will someday. They're certainly moving around.
I wonder where our father and mother went in their honeymoon.
Oh, a day in town and a night in the bed.
And the thought they were extravagant.
Where's mother?
Sitting at home.
Cleaning and dusting for the son-in-law's arrival.
Exactly.
Where's Frida?
Bed.
Ben?
She was complaining of a head cold. We let her go for a while. She hasn't been the same since he came.
Where is he?
Stable.
All the time.
All the time.
Did he come into the house since?
No, Frida takes his meals out to him. We rigged up an old bed from out there and a stove out there.
How is he?
Are you worried?
No, just asking. Is he sick?
Oh, he's all right. Walks around the farm all day, looking at the grass as if he never saw grass before. Feeling the hair with his hands and stroking like it was a woman's hair. He doesn't stir at night, goes into bed and gets started and stays there. He knows good man from bad. I've watched him a few times. He's a character.
I wonder, does he pray?
That's a queer question. No, I'd say he does.
Last minute prayers are like last minute goals, Joe. There isn't enough time to pull the game out of the fire.
Oh, he's very good as well.
No God worth his salt is going to be taken in by the last minute repentance of a scoundrel. Does he ever talk to you?
No.
Or look at you?
Oh, he looks at me all right, but I don't look at him.
God, that was quite a warning you gave him the last night. I'm glad I'm not your father.
I didn't punch him. If I'd punched him, I'd have killed him. I just slapped him around. The sin concern. Don't tell me you didn't approve.
Oh, quite frankly, I couldn't care less. Well, I don't approve. Keep them outside in the stable.
The stable's where he belongs. He stays there.
Get him out of it, for God's sake. Put him in the county home, anywhere.
No.
What's the point of it?
What do you mean?
That beat was stupid, Joe. And completely unnecessary. What good did he do?
Oh, it didn't do me any good if that's what you mean.
Or why did you do it then? Was there satisfaction in beating him?
No, there wasn't. I did it because I promised myself I'd always do it. Don't tell me you don't think I was going to get away completely, did you?
He's not worth taking, Joe. Can't you get that into your head? That beating was futile. If he fought back, I'd agree. But he took it like a dog.
We better start clearing up one thing now when you're in the mood.
What's that?
Whose side do you want?
Oh, don't be foolish. He means damn all to me. It's just that I thought, well, there's my opinion that keep him outside the stable foolish.
Look, Mother knew about it, Frida knew about it, Mary knew about it. That's where he wants to be and that's where he's staying.
But what's the point of it, Joe?
What do you mean?
Look, I'll be a professional man in a few months' time. It wouldn't look right.
Look, if you're so concerned, why don't you go and do something about it? You have your own home up there, you have a big bed. Why don't you share it? Nobody is stopping you.
Are you serious? If I didn't know you better, I'd say you pour a drink taken tonight, huh?
I am serious. Get out now and bring him in.
Why don't you go out and bring him in?
You're the one that's complaining.
Me, Steve, with that boot-rigging tramp. That festin' old carcass. I don't want the fumes of 20 years dirt reeking off me. You smelt him. You betcha you washed your hands after him.
All right, that's enough. I want to hear the more criticisms of the arrangements here.
Stop it, Grandad. I'm not a child anymore.
Shut up.
Ask me, Joe. Don't order me. And maybe I shut up when I feel
You
like
shut up this minute, right, mate?
Stop it, Grandad.
Don't get me going now. I'm warning you.
I heard the loud voices. What's the matter?
No, just lost our temper. Sorry, sir.
They caused it all outside the stable. Didn't take him long to make his presence felt.
What did he do, Joe? What did he do?
No, I ain't going. You come inside.
Oh, be right with you.
I can't understand it at all, this fighting and arguing. We had enough of that when your father was here.
There's always fighting and arguing between the husband and wife. People talk about it, but nobody ever talks about the making up.
It's our dad. We were fighting over our dad. They wouldn't mind if it was a valiant thing like a shirt button or a shoelace. But imagine anybody fighting over our dad.
They come in. You're right. You shouldn't talk to me.
I talk to anybody. How long were you standing out there?
Couple of hours.
Waiting to get me alone, I suppose. Did you hear the argument?
I heard there were harsh words, but about what I don't know.
Shut the door. Stay in or stay out?
I don't know what to say. If there was anything at all I could say or do, if there was anything I could say to explain,
You could wash yourself.
I'm sorry, Kate. Punish me, kill me, do anything, but talk to me.
If I spoke to you, I wouldn't stop for days. All I want in the world now is to see you dead and buried, or you can bring no more hurt to me or to your children. Your children. It is a wonder to me that Joe didn't kill you. Every man deserved killing but you. Hell is near you now, and you'll answer for all of it soon.
Hell is no novelty to me. I've been there this many a long day, and the longing in me hurt to come back. And I know I left it too late.
You left it 20 years. You gave me 20 years of hell.
Time wasn't the fault of it alone, Kate. As God is my judge, I don't know what got into me. I couldn't feel that the wandering urge got into me, and I couldn't come back. There was never a day dawn that I didn't feel the pull of the road. I'm a strange man, God help me.
You, a man,
But men will be doing what I did always. The best of me. They'll quit the comforts of a bed, the joys of a woman, because God don't make no two men the same. There's men like me that will get the calling, and there's no power either in heaven or hell that will bring them back once the cries come from beyond the fields and the hills and the rivers.
why didn't you drown yourself in my boat? I don't say that cooking kind of talk ever. I'm not that kind. But you're a curse. You are.
I wasn't the fault of it alone. Oftentimes I cursed that terrible thing that took me away from all that I've ever loved. Once I went mad, stone trained mad over me mind. I was asleep one night in an oak wood, and I awoke with a fever of loneliness eating into my heart.
Was your conscience that was that?
And I beat my face with my fist, and I tore my throat with my nails, and I cried up to the branches of the oak trees, up to the sky and to the stars. Oh, merciful Jesus, I said, take me out of my torment. And I chewed my tongue till it was in tatters, and I tore my throat with my nails. Oh, merciful Christ, I said, don't take revenge on this one tormented soul that's possessed. And my cries echoed up through the branches of the trees, and even the moon seemed to be running away to hide behind the torn cloud. And all the little animals, all the little small animals, the smallest little creatures in God's created world ran away, screaming in fear of me.
That was what you wanted, wasn't it? You deserve no pity from God or man. Don't now and leave me alone. I've enough troubles of my own.
Forgive me, Kate. From the red rose to me heart, I'm sorry.
If you don't leave me alone, I'd have to call for Joe.
But there was never anyone but you, Kate. To tell you the truth, I could have laid down with long-limbed, passionate women, but I was never that kind of a man. 'Twas often in the eyes of many a woman to try and settle me down, or to see if they could keep me in one place long enough. But women meant nothing to me.
Well, I know it. I was one of your women for a while. But even the binding God gave us, and the children I gave you, meant nothing to you. Get out of my sight now. And let this be the last talk we'll ever have together.
In the name of God, forgive me, Kate. Nothing will ever wipe away the horror of what I have done. But say that you'll forgive me, and I'll rise up now and go away, and you'll never see me again.
Get up. You look a queer sight on your knees. I haven't the power to forgive you. It is only God who do that.
Do you forgive me so?
Get out of my sight.
Forgive me, Kate.
For the last time, look out of my sight, or I'll have to call for Joe.
Oh, there's nothing he could do would hurt me anymore. Let him bait me 1,000 times, if you'll only say he'll forgive me.
I'm not my fool. Never raised my voice. I never had a hard word for anybody. I think my worst enemy would say that for me.
Oh, they would, Kate. You were a quiet woman. God knows, who knows it better than myself.
I never wished harm to anybody. All I wanted to see people improving themselves and coming up in the world. And it have nothing but my blessing. And I would not want to hear a hard word about anybody.
There's no one would deny that to you. No one, Kate.
I say a little, but I feel things as deep as anyone. And I must say this to you. There's no place in my heart for you. I would find something for every creature God made, except you. For you, there's nothing, nothing at all. Because you took my life away from me, and you froze the love out of me. And if God were to take me this instant, I could never find it in my heart to forgive you.
Don't say that, Kate. Don't say that. It's not like you. That doesn't become you.
You made me cry again after all those years. And you hurt me again. Me that thought nothing would hurt me anymore. You expect me to forgive you. Me that was gargled and shamed. Me that was whispered about by my neighbours, who said I wasn't woman enough to hold on to her. Me, of all the people I know, that was the only free, the only failure.
No, Kate.
He was whispered about. I was strange. I was queer. I was peculiar. Because my husband left me. He swapped flesh and blood for the road and turned me into a laughing stock. How could I forgive you? You that stole my pride and mocked my womanhood and left me to wither in my loneliness.
I never mocked you, Kate.
You mocked me the day you left me. You mocked me when you left my bed for another sport. You mock me now most of all by coming back here when you're old and spent and filthy.
No, Kate, it isn't like that. All that means anything to me is your forgiveness.
I know nature when it comes to you. I hope God will forgive you for what you've done to me.
My last hope, my only hope is gone.
There's nothing else left to you.
No, it isn't like that, Kate. Say that you'll forgive me. Say that you'll think about it. That you'll consider it. That will do for now.
Think about it. Consider it. Get out of my sight, Rick. I never lost control of myself before, but I'm going to lose it now if you don't go. I'm taking no more.
Don't hunt me, Kate. Don't hunt me. This might be the last chance we'll ever have to talk together.
I'll see you that. There'll always be somebody with me here from now on.
My last hope, my only hope is gone.
What in the name of God is going on in here? Who let him?
I don't know. I don't know. I said terrible things. I never said.
Wasn't coming home enough for you. Look at her now. You'll be the death of her in the end. Why don't you go and do yourself in until it's all the rest?
That's so you'll find, wouldn't it?
Don't go. Don't you know me? This is the first time I've spoken to you in 20 years and you ignore me. Not very good manners, you know.
You're Simon, aren't you?
They call me Simon. You can too if you like. Do you know what puzzles me though?
What's that?
What I should call you? What would you say to Daddy? No, I don't think so. You don't look like a daddy. You're more of a pa. Howdy, Pa. Still, Pa doesn't seem to suit you either. I think I'd call you Pops. Yes, that's very soon, but after all, you did pop off once. Still, Pop doesn't seem appropriate either. I think I'd call you Hiker. You're widely known as the Hiker. I wouldn't say you're affectionately known, but your exploits have attracted a certain amount of attention.
You're studying to be a vet, aren't you?
Correct.
And do you like it?
I like animals. Some animals I don't like.
I wish you'd look into your studies.
Thanks. Don't go. Here, have a cigarette.
Is the pipe I smoke?
Smoke your pipe then and sit down and tell me all about yourself.
I have no tobacco.
What a pity. Here, have a cigarette. Sit down. Relax. Tell me this. What have you been doing with yourself these past 20 years? Did you ever think about me? Not the whole family, now mind you, but me, your little son, Simon.
I thought of you. I thought of you when you were a very small boy. But you don't remember me, I suppose.
No, I don't. Joe does though. Joe will never forget you. Tell me this, Paul. What about women? You must have met quite a selection in your time.
I never thought of women.
Oh, who you trying to call? I couldn't tolerate you if you told the truth about women. And you mean to tell me you never fancied women in all those years? Oh no, that's too much.
It's true, I tell you. Wandering was my disease. Wandering was enough.
That's another thing. This wandering. Where did you go?
Went everywhere.
Everywhere. Were you in Timbuktu?
No,
Mexico?
no,
Japan?
no, I never got that far.
Were you in Venice?
Where's that?
Oh, never mind. Were you in Saudi Arabia? The Palm Beach?
No,
The White House? Ontario? Good God, and where in the blazes did you go? You're going down in my estimation.
I have most of the places forgotten.
Were you in England?
Yes, I was in England.
Scotland and Wales?
Yes.
Well, what did you do?
Worked a day and that sort of thing. Moved along.
You're not very informative. Where did you sleep?
Well, I slept out when it was warm, and in sheds and barns when it was cold.
Well, what did you do? What kind of people did you meet?
Well, met an awful lot of people like myself. We'd sit around the fire at night and talk.
About what?
Well, about where we get the next day's work. And where people wouldn't turn a hungry man from the door.
What else?
Oh, crossed dogs. Crossed dogs was an awful nuisance. And police that make a fella move on. The state of the world.
Ha ha! So now we're getting somewhere. The state of the world. And did you form any important conclusions that could be passed on?
Well, not much.
Nothing at all.
Well, you see, a man must make his own heaven or his own hell. This thing you read in books, it is only for children.
And you mean to tell me there was never a word about women?
Well, men mostly kept that sort of thing to themselves. You see, it wasn't proper with old men. That sort of thing is all right for young men.
Not proper, eh? And would you say it was proper to leave a wife and a family? Oh, I'm not denying it. I accept you for what you are. A freak, a character, a dirty old man who might have a story. You mean damn all to me?
Damn all? I'm still your father, aren't I?
Oh, but Judas Iscariot was somebody's father, and somebody was Hitler's father. But luckily for me, you're not as well known as those two.
Thankful to you for talking to me. None of the rest of them did that.
Oh, don't fool yourself. Like I told you, you're a character. I find you interesting.
You forgive me so.
Well, I put it this way to you. You're not my father. I never had a father. When I needed a father, you weren't there, and I don't need a father now. Notice how unemotional I am, how disinterested. Just making a casual conversation with an old tramp who might have been my father. But you're wasting your time. Have you any dirty stories?
What?
Dirty stories?
No, I had once, but they're all forgotten.
Any bawdy songs? Now there's something you should be good at. A man that knocked around the way you did.
I know, I have no songs.
Nonsense, man. What about the nights around those faraway fires with your colleagues?
Oh, that's all forgotten.
Sure, it was a button of wood now and again. A sing-song.
Oh, I often heard a good song, sitting around the fire at night. I sit back and listen, but I spend most of my time alone.
Did you ever sing a song yourself or join in or anything like that?
I wasn't much of a singer.
Well, you'd sing a song now for me.
I couldn't do that.
Ah, but you must, you must. I want to get a deeper insight into your character. A man is best judged by his songs, don't you think?
You're teasing me now.
But I'm not teasing you now. You really must sing a song for me.
I only one song. I suppose every man has one song. The greatest thieves and cutthroats I met had a song. Sometimes the song wouldn't suit the man that had it. You see, it would be like an old man playing with a little child's plaything, or an old man wearing a young girl's ribbon.
We digress, man. We digress. Your song is the song that matters.
I couldn't sing. I'd be ashamed.
When was the last time you sang it?
I can't remember.
In a pub?
I don't know.
Marching carefree along Dublin Road with your haversack on your back, eh?
I was never carefree.
Think, man, think.
I can't remember.
You're leading me up the garden path.
I'm not, I tell you.
But try to remember then.
It could have been somewhere up around Lenamore, up around the Merseyside. You see, there was a gang of pleasure pickers. Someone asked me to sing. It could have been one of the Irish girls. I sang a song that night, and the heart was torn out of me afterwards. But that was the time when I was a strapping young man, and I had the lungs of a young bull. Red sails in the sunset, way out on the sea. Oh, carry my loved one home safely to me. She sailed at the dawning. All day I've been.
Bravo, bravo. Do you mind if I tell you something?
What's that?
You'd never make a living as a singer. What is it, old man? Remorse, conscience, or the Irish girl you met picking potatoes long ago?
With your mother and Joe I was thinking of. I taught Joe how to sing that song. He was only that height.
You're a gas steady man, Michael. I've met some queer hobos in my time, but you're a howl.
Must be going now. I'm tired.
Aye, you deserve a good night's sleep. You've been walking a long time. 20 years. Will you pray now?
Yes, I pray now until morning.
Left to go a bit late, didn't you, Hyper?
Well, I heard it said that God doesn't turn a deaf ear to no one.
don't hurry on. Mary was never in time for anything in her life.
Oh, once.
I don't remember it.
What I do, an 8-month barrel.
Well, if she was, that's the only time. And you're looking, she no saying it.
Not even her way, but she gets there just the same. I wonder how she'll react to her plan.
She won't react at all because she won't see him.
No sign up yet.
No.
Where's the hyper?
Oh, I told him to stay away from the house. I didn't like it though. This is between himself and Mary. She's the one to decide. I don't think he's going near the house though.
Good. Let's hope so.
A strange thing. I was looking for a waitress in the small car house this morning. But I have to say the little push cart he made for me. Well, I haven't looked at that since he left. It was a lovely piece of craftsmanship. He must have spent weeks at it.
Where's he now?
I was down at the end of the farm, walking around the headlands, picking up stones and throwing them aside. I gives them all he can to stow. And he's a goner, he'd say. Big alright smell, turkey.
Hold it on.
Because you know, I'm hungry, could eat the leg of a pork.
Behave. And you can have the leg of the turkey.
I'm almost small bit of stuff now to get the edge off me hungry.
No.
Of course you want me to starve out again.
None of that now, my boy. I know you. When you start eating, nothing on earth will stop you.
Poor old wife, what are you thinking about? He's a pitiful size, he tries to exert himself.
That's why he came back. We couldn't even make it to the crossroads now. Oh, indeed, they're all the same. They'll search the face of the world for their pleasure. The night is the same as the morning to their life. He smelled the hard wind coming along, and that's why he came back. Oh, 20 years ago, he heard a rumour from Cockfight up in Fermanagh. He'd be up and gone. Wouldn't even want a top coat. But that's all over now. The spirit has gone out of him, and the drive is broken out of him. He had the news of a bad winter all right. Oh, I knew he'd be back.
You knew?
Yes, I knew, because I know the man. I said it to nobody but myself, that there'll be signs of a hard winter, and he'll come facing this way again.
It's William Mary I'm thinking about. God, I think I hear him coming now. Must be wrong.
There should be a long go shortly.
Ladies and gentlemen, I wish to announce Dr. and Mrs. William Dolly, who have just returned from an extended holiday from the continent.
Well, Willie, how are you all in Spain?
Well, the bullfight was fantastic. Just fantastic. Some of the most incredible sights I ever saw.
I have these mantillas for both of you, hand-woven. We had a marvellous time.
Oh, you'd have loved that bullfight, Joe. We actually saw a man being gored one day. I could smell the tension before the fight starts. Literally smell it. Ha, Tora, ha! I'll never forget it.
Sounds terrific.
In Spain, a bullfighter is a god.
Sounds even more terrific.
I thought Orly was a game of steel. But my God, bullfighting. It's the electricity of the thing that gets you. I swear I saw flashes in the air before the main event. The silence, the sand making dully in the arena. Then the silence. Then the bursting roar of applause. Oh, it's a game of life and death, so I think.
I got a chase from a bull once.
Bullfighters are the last of the gladiators. Ha, Tora. Ha!
Have a drink with it.
A good idea.
Which one you have, a whiskey or a sherry?
Oh, I'll have a sherry. Drank brandy when I was out there. £2 a bottle. Good brandy. Just imagine, good brandy, £2 a bottle.
That's where you should go. Which do you want, sir?
Oh, I'll try it up now, whiskey. That stomach isn't great these days.
You want me to have a look? No fees.
No. I know what does me good.
I could have sworn this bottle was full.
Evaporation.
I think I'll have a drop of sherry myself, in honour of the occasion. Well, gents, a toast to our new brother-in-law.
Here, here. You know, Joe, you should take some time off. Take a month off and go to Spain. It's well worth it. A man should have at least one good holiday in his lifetime.
Oh, maybe when my honeymoon comes.
Oh, don't wait for your honeymoon. Go now.
What about the farm?
Oh, the farm will be okay. All the cows still give milk. The grass will still grow. The land will still be there when you get back. And I can think of no one that needs a holiday worse than yourself.
Well, I couldn't go at the moment to see this our beloved father.
Oh.
Sorry to tell you about.
Oh, yeah.
How did Mary take it?
Well, it's a bit too soon to tell you yet. It was good though you didn't tell her when we were on our honeymoon. Oh, it spoiled everything.
That was Joe's idea.
Thanks, Joe. By the way, how is he?
Or nothing remarkable. You think it has some rare quality, something unusual, but he just looks like any other old tramp.
I think he's dying.
Do you want me to have a look at him? You know, if he's bad, I could take him off your hand. I'm in a hospital or something.
God, that's a great idea. Why didn't I think of that?
What do you think, Joe?
There's no immediate hurry. But think about it. He mightn't let you examine him, you know. He doesn't have to, you know.
I'll rope him up if he won't. This is a marvellous chance, man. It's just what we need.
Oh, I'll think about it. We won't talk about it. Won't talk about it now.
But why not? The man is an embarrassment, can't you see that? An embarrassment for Willie, for Mary, and me.
There's no hurry. We won't talk about it now. Plenty of time.
Good God, man, this is a godsend.
Now I said.
All right, Simon, Joe's right. We'll talk about it some other time. Well, by the way, I heard a damn good yarn when I was out there in Barcelona from a Scotchman. Honeymoon or two he was, by the way. See, there was this fella, you see, and he couldn't smile, you see. So he got to go to the doctor, you see. Doctor says, do not for him, skin too tight in his face, smile. So he got off and goes to a second doctor. Same story, skin too tight, couldn't smile. So, what did he do? Off he goes to a quack. As simple as the quack. Just grab the bit of skin off your backside, this is all you're made.
Oh, that's enough.
I heard a great one the other night. Paddy the Irishman, Paddy the Scotsman, and Paddy the Englishman. They were all sleeping in the same bed one night.
Sorry, Smiley. Was it a good one, Simon?
Have a drink, Mary.
I'll have a sherry.
What about you, mother?
Give her a whiskey. Give her a whacker jolt. It'll do her good.
And Frida. What about Frida?
Oh, count me out. The cook must stay sober. There's enough boozers in this house.
Yes, disgraceful, isn't it?
Come on. You don't be a spice sport and drinking the sherry yourself.
Go on, a small dash of sherry. I'll pour it. Just a tiny drop there.
You might as well, Frida. Well now, there's a toast to my in-laws, one and all, that they never need my service.
Here, here, here. To Dr. William Dolly, bullfighter extraordinary.
To the cook and cock turkey.
Now everybody, finish up your drinks, please, and sit down. Soup is first.
I'll help.
No, nobody helps. Sit down now, please. We'll have soup first. Now that's an order. Anybody that doesn't like turkey, put up a hand, please.
Our guests first. Mary. Willie. Mother. Come on. Now, Willie, would you like to say grace?
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, amen. Bless us, O Lord, and these thy gifts, God, thy counsel, who are about to receive, to the sides of our Lord, amen.
Spain or no Spain, it's good to be home. There's no place like Ireland. The people are so natural.
When do you start work, Willie?
Oh, tomorrow morning. The house is finished too, by the way. Nothing to do when you move in now.
I hope you'll both be very happy.
Same here.
Thanks, Sandy. Thanks, Joe. I know well I will, because I got myself a great little wife. Because that smells good. Smells like soup. Because of his soup.
I didn't like the Spanish hairstyles. They have that oily, greasy look.
That's natural.
How do you know?
A good question. Make him answer it.
I was just telling Joe there, he should take some time off and go to Spain.
Oh, he must, he must.
With me as a guide.
I'd surely need a holiday after that.
I like Spanish women. I believe to get fat shortly after marriage.
Oh, that's pure fantasy altogether. We met plenty of married women out there, and we didn't see any fat at all. As a matter of fact, we didn't see any fat women out there at all. Sure we didn't, sweetheart.
No, not that I recall.
So you see.
Well, I'll have to find out for myself. Not that man that gives fat women, or any kind of women for that matter.
A bit of fat's all right, but not too much of it. Well, really, what do you start thinking? What do you think of married life?
Oh, it's great, Joe. Everyone should marry.
Do you hear that, Frida? There's still time.
Like a goodbye.
Clothes are very cheap in Spain. I bought a sheer silk slip for £1.50, and you should see the trousers that Willie got for £1. But I couldn't take the food at first. Just couldn't take it. Some of the things they eat out there, you wouldn't believe it. If I was there forever, I couldn't take the food.
Oh, it's all right when you get used to it. We spent the night in Paris too, by the way.
Paris!
Yes, just tonight. We only had a few hours. I wasn't here for it.
Oh, we didn't see a whole lot of it.
They're a greasy people too, like the Spanish.
Have you got to meet a own fancy, eh, Simon?
I'm going to Paris for a week after I qualify. I'll make no announcement about French women when I return.
Aren't you going to sit down at all, Aunt Frida?
Yes, Frida, do sit down. No, I don't feel like it now. I'll skip it. But anybody want more?
No, thank you.
No, thanks.
They don't eat lunch the way we do.
Nobody does.
You know, it's a funny thing. In Spain, you can get with wine for 40 pence a bottle. Just imagine. Good wine for 40 pence a bottle. It's a necessity over there. To drink wine over there like we drink spring water. By the way, that trip is a wonderful city. It's a city of extremes.
What would the population of Madrid be now?
Well, I don't know.
Somebody change places with me, please. Why have we stopped eating? Is there something wrong with the soup? Here's your soup, dear. Pass me mine, please. God, I didn't think he would look that bad. Rip Van Winkle is only trotting after you.
Well, there's a sick man if I ever saw one. Hey, do you want me to have a look at him before I leave?
No, you won't. We'll have our first fight if you do.
Okay, so I won't have a look at him because we're not going to have our first.
What do you think is wrong with him?
Oh, it's obvious. The yellow is the dog, the yellow thing.
What is it?
Cancer. Cancer of the liver. Very advanced too, I'd say.
Will somebody help me with this turkey, please?
Ah, the turkey.
I'll help. Let them in sit where they are. I haven't had turkey since Christmas.
What? No turkeys in Spain.
No, only chickens.
And mean little chickens they were too, not a pick of them. Has anybody noticed that the conversation has lapsed?
Excuse me.
What's the matter with you?
Now, I'll be taking Miss dinner in a minute.
Funny, that old reprobation after putting me off my dinner.
Go and get a breath of fresh air, Joe. It'll make you feel better.
Yes, that's what I do. A breath of fresh air. I guess he was dying.
Take a good walk around the house, John. Don't be in a hurry. There's no rush.
Yes, but But make sure and keep upwind of the hiker.
My God, you wouldn't think he could put us off for dinner like that. A man that means nothing to us at all has spoiled the whole bloody thing for me, and
Sit down, for God's sake, and don't mind me.
you can have my share, son.
Now maybe you'll reconsider the hospital. It's only natural. Sick people go there to die sooner or later. Isn't that right, Willie?
There are things I remember about him. Small things. The patience he had when he was trying to teach me how to use a hurley. Often walked 5 miles to a match with me on his shoulder. I know what he did to us as well as any of you. But I think any man should be let pick the place where he wants to die. Even our renegade father. What the hell is up with you?
I passed, man, I passed. I'm through.
The exam.
Of course, what do you think? Just happened to sort out this cross, this weather was waiting for me. Would you believe it? I was afraid to. I get someone else to do it for me. Aren't you going to congratulate me? Look, read it. We're through, your bags, we're through. O'Mara, he's a pal of mine. The same things.
Congratulations, Simon. I'm delighted. I thought you were wasting your chances up there in Dublin.
I knew I'd get it all along, Joe. I had the confidence. Yoo-hoo! Mother! Frida! Yoo-hoo! Mother! Look at me and tell me what you see.
I see the effects of too much court.
Wrong. You see effect. A fully qualified veterinary surgeon.
You passed?
Of course I passed.
Oh, congratulations, Manny. Congratulations.
He got a telegram. He's qualified.
After all the doubt we had about him, he really was slaving away the whole time. Gosh, this is marvellous. Come on now, kid. Mary must be told. We'll get the course and we'll go to the cross and we'll call through the hospital and tell Willie. Come on, let me election. Come on, it's marvellous.
It was my prayers.
Well, what does it feel like?
I don't know. I'm dizzy. I've waited 5 years for this day. 5 years. But it's worth it. No more bloody books.
Well, that must be a relief to you.
A relief. It's more than that. For the first time in my life, I'm independent. From here on, I can give a rattling down about anybody. If a man has a profession, his sins are excusable. And if he's a success, they like him for his sins. This is what I've always wanted, Joe. A shield to hold up in front of you. From now on, it's me. And if any man or woman makes a demand of me, to hell with him. I have the means of arriving somewhere. I have a vehicle.
I hope you'll talk to us now and again.
I'll talk to you now. There's no house now at the cross where I could start up. I could buy it for £3,000. Be a start. There's 300 suppliers at the cross. And if there's a better foundation for our practice, Joe, it's news to me.
It's all right, security man. You needn't ask. I haven't got 3,000, not after Mary. But your word is good.
Thanks, Joe. I knew you would. Now I need to give a rattling down by anybody, and I'm very well to go. There's a few likely candidates below at the cross.
A professional man should be married.
Yes, to give him proper leeway.
Oh, I canvass customers for you.
Thanks, Joe. I knew you would.
I could give you a loan of 1,000 quid. I have 1,000 quid. I'll give you a start.
God, that would be great. Great altogether. There's only one thing.
What's that?
The old man.
No.
Now hear me out, Joe. Now, let's be practical about him. He hasn't much time. And this is no place for a dying man. Now, Joe, now give me a chance. No, don't interrupt, Joe. We'll put him in the nursing home. Don't chip in. It's better than he deserves, Joe.
No, and that's a final no.
Good God, man, it's the only solution.
He came home to die. Let him die here. God Almighty, that's not asking too much, is it?
We can't have him lying here. The embarrassment of it will be deadly.
Not for me, anyway. Whatever he's done is still my father. I'm not angry with him anymore. Not even the night.
Well, you'll have to take other people's feelings into account.
What about the people?
Well, Mother, Frida, Mary, and me.
Well, Mary isn't here. Mother and Frida don't mind. I don't mind. So you're the only one.
Well, it isn't fair to me.
How selfish can you be?
I'm not selfish.
Look, you had every chance. You never had to worry about the money for your education. You never had to worry about Mary, Frida or Mother. But I tell you one thing, you're certainly worried about yourself.
What's the matter with you? You've been acting strangely since the hiker came back. You've a conscience about the hiker. Well, I haven't. Man, mind, thyself. That's my policy.
Oh, I can see that for myself now.
There you go again, trying to start something. What in the name of God do you want me to do?
Nothing, nothing.
I go on out to the cross for a few drinks. I think I'm entitled to, or do you disapprove?
Were the two of you arguing again?
No, there are no arguments.
Yes, there was, and he started it. Has an obsession about the hiker.
That's a lie, you have not.
Yes, you have. He just wanted to send him to the hospital.
What? But I thought it was all fixed up, Simon. You told me yourself. You said you would be all for it.
Well, there's nothing fixed up. What do you expect? Isn't there, you all had your revenge. Isn't it enough to see the poor old devil dying and locked away before your eyes? What more do you want?
We want the obvious. A hospital is a place for a dying man.
What do you want, Joe?
I don't know hell what I want. The never God can't you leave me alone. But what do you expect from me?
Nothing, Joe. Nothing. Do whatever you like. It's all right with us.
Oh, is it? Well, the thing is that you don't know what you want anything. I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing one goddamn thing about anything. You think I'm a judge that can deliver a sentence? Well, I'm not going to sentence anyone. No judge ever sat in his own fan. I'm going up to fill up the whole bloody lot. You don't have to get off me back for no one. I'm not a god.
I can't figure him out at all. These are recent things. These tantrums of his.
Leave him alone. That's the best way. Come on, Frida. Joe knows what he's doing.
Now, Simon, let Joe decide about your father. He's the boss of this house. Nobody else has the right.
Joe! Are you out there, Joe?
He's gone down to the infield.
I didn't call you. I called Joe. You've no right to appear there like a bloody ghost.
I only came in to tell you how glad I was about your exams.
Where were you listening?
I just said I'd come in to congratulate you. I couldn't help but hear.
No thanks to you.
Sorry.
Sorry. Sorry. All the hours saw shagging, sorry. When did you go to the hospital? Yes, hospital.
I couldn't go to hospital.
Well, you're going to hospital now?
I went to hospital in England and I just had to come home.
You were scared? What kind of an irresponsible blockhead are you? I was prepared to take her as I first saw you. I gave you a cigarette, remember? But the fun is over. You're going to hospital.
I can't go to hospital.
You can't.
No. Hospital is like a jail to me.
Well, that's where you're going.
No, I can't go, man. I can't live here now.
You can't.
No, I can't. All I ask is that I will have stay here now for a while. It won't be long.
You left before, you had no worries about it.
It's different.
It wasn't different. You had to go in, hadn't you?
Yes.
Well, you have to go now too. I'll fix it with Willie. You don't need know nothing about it till you've gone.
I can't live here now. I can't. I can't go. You can't make me go. All I ask now.
You're not entitled to ask one thing. You're not entitled to one goddamn thing.
Maybe I'm not, but I can die in spite of you.
Get one thing into your head of a man. You're going to hospital, that's fine. We'll come to see you. I'll be there at the end. We'll all be there.
I won't. I have no notion of it. Anyway, I don't want you there again. I want Joe, who said I wasn't your father.
You're not going to dictate to me. You're going to hospital. Be reasonable, man.
I'm not going. I won't go. You can't make me go.
Oh, yes, you will go.
I won't go. If Joe says to go, I'll go. It's whatever Joe says.
This farce has gone on long enough. You're going to hospital. If you don't go, I'll beat the daylights out of you.
I'm not afraid. I owe you nothing.
I'm your son, haven't I?
You care nothing for me, nor for anyone.
Don't talk to me like that.
I know a coward when I see one.
Wait. My God, get away with it. I do away with you now.
You're still a coward.
Don't take me. All right.
Let him go.
Get out. If I catch him in this kitchen again, I'll pulverize him. I'll kill him.
I thought you were going down to the cross.
When I please. Get out and stay out. Stay out this time. Do you hear?
Stay put.
Now do you see what you've done? You divided us again. Get out. Joe's the last person I want to fall out with.
Stay put.
Watch it, Joe. I hope you realise what you're doing.
I do.
He's going out.
You have it wrong. You're going out.
What? You're mad.
Get out.
Haha. You can't make me. You can't bully me. That day is gone.
Don't be too sure, young man.
One would expect you to have some consideration at this stage, but not you. Not even once did you think of home.
I did. I thought of home.
Or about your own wife. Not even once did you think of what she was going through. Your own wife, you never even thought of her.
You can't understand these things, man. I can remember a skirt thrown over the bars of the bed. Or I can remember a dress hanging on a hook. Or I can see a box of hats on the dressing table. But you don't understand these things. These things tear the heart out of a man.
I understand, all right. I understand you have no conscience. You never had. Least of all now.
Well, it's costing you nothing if he stays.
Isn't it? This would have been a joke if I was a student. I'm not a student anymore. Don't blame me for wanting nothing to stand in my way.
Well, he's not standing in your way.
Yes, he is. It detracts my dignity to be having him around. I won't be the bright young vet. I'll be the sir of the hiker. Well, I'm clearing out. And I won't be back till he's growing daisies. And nobody talks about him anymore.
It doesn't mean that. A bit of straightening out is all he needs. And the world will do that for him. He'll be back for sure.
He won't be back until long after I'm dead. I'm sorry for all the trouble they caused, Joe.
Don't go, Boyle. How do you feel?
Pain's back now. Won't be long.
In the morning, have a doctor out to have a look at you. Do you want a priest?
If it's not too much trouble, God knows I could do with a priest.
I'll see to that to him in the morning. Meanwhile, you'd better stay here. You can sleep in Mary's room. It's the nicest room in the house.
He you doing all this for me, Joe?
Don't answer me with your questions, but do as you're told.
Whatever you say. I'm sorry for all the trouble I caused. And all the wrongs I done.
You didn't mean no wrong at all. You wronged yourself most of all.
If that's the case, why can't you say you'll forgive me?
I can't. It's not in me to forgive you. You know, I shouldn't have chucked you around like that. I had no right to do it.
Indeed, you had every right.
Don't forget about it. Stop in this house now until God judges you. I hope you'll be lenient with you, because I can't. But God knows I tried. I hear the women coming out. Sit down now and I'll explain on. You'll be staying in the house from now on. In the morning there'll be a doctor coming. Mother, you see to the sheets. I'm going up to throw our bed together in Mary's room. In the morning there'll be a priest coming also. I want no arguments from you, Frida. I'm not judging him, so let nobody in this house judge him.
Don't worry yourself. Won't be for long.
Oh, I'm not worried at all. If you can stay here, I can accept that. You'll want to change of clothes from a priest. That's no way to face him.
So for me that will be looking for absolution.
Now you won't provoke me.
Because that's the change. Because they didn't provoke you before.
Joe is the master of this house now. Joe goes by what he tells us to do. And I was never one to disobey his wishes.
Oh, well, I was never the master here. But I'm resigned to that now.
You better be resigning yourself to something else. Will you ever learn?
I've only learned but one thing. And it's too late now to do anything about that. I've learned that the shelter of a bush for two people is better than a castle for three people. And I've learned that two people must learn to sort out their own argument without running to outsiders.
I was never an outsider here.
I didn't marry you. I married Kate.
And a good job you made of that.
Sure him. I wonder how it would have turned out if I'd married you. Same, I'd say.
I'd never have married you. So stop your foolish talk.
How do you know? I never asked you. I never gave you any phone.
Talk like that. But is there no time at all between you and your maker?
Oh, the truth is bitter.
I've never cared for you.
If you don't want to listen, you're free to go.
God, how I hated you. All these years I have hated you. God, all these years you came to this house, how I hated you. I was wise and bishop, and I was sober, but I wasn't like other women. They were hard. I was too wise for anybody. I wasn't like Kate. She was soft and foolish. You came to this house to see the two of us, and it wasn't fair the way you asked her to marry you behind my back.
I never gave you any indication of
So
beyond that you were Kate's sister.
Don't lie, because you did. You did. You used to often rip the strings off my apron for diddling, and you kissed me. You often did. You did.
I teased you and I kissed you. Because you were Kate's sister. But only because you were Kate's sister. I was very fond of you in those days.
I hated you. How I hated you. The sneaky way you tricked me. You were a two-faced, deceitful scoundrel. All the plans we had together.
There was never the slightest indication.
All the talks we had together, sitting around the fire, the three of us together. And all the places we went, the dances and the holies, the three of us together. But the two of you went away, spoiled all that forever, and you were making your own rotten plans the whole time.
You don't understand, Frida. People get married, things are never the same again.
It was a shitty, underhand way, and then the surprise when you told me, treating me like a child the whole time.
Now you know why I left, don't you?
It wasn't the reason. It wasn't the reason.
Can you think of another reason? Of a better reason? Our marriage could never be. You couldn't let it alone. But I was a man. At least I was that. I could work and play, and I could sport with the best of them. But this goddamn house got the better of me. I had nowhere to turn. But merciful God, how I wronged my little son Joe. My innocent, adoring little son that loved me with all his heart. That I took away his wandering innocence when he needed me most. That was my crime, my most awful crime. Could you imagine me on the banks of a whimpering stream, singing his little veils? Could you imagine me under a tree, thousands of miles away in the last hours of the night, hearing his little voice call out to me, and his helpless hands powerless to console him? Could you imagine the insane man crying out like a wounded animal for the love and arms of his own little son?
Oh, what a terrible mess we made with our. Oh, what a terrible mess. Oh, lovely mother, son of God. Please take his hurt and hatred out of me and soften my heart. Oh, holy God, help me. I don't know what to say. Just that I'm sorry. I can't say anymore. I don't know how. Just that I'm sorry.
I understand. I'm sorry too.
Is there anything I can do?
Oh, no, nothing.
Anything you want. Say it.
You could say a prayer for me now. I'm getting afraid.
You were never afraid.
But this is a different kind of fear.
Now do it.
God will ask me about Joe. And what am I going to say to him?
Now you suffered your share for Joe. Look, will you take a little brandy? A little brandy to ease his pain. More, you. What's this? You have something else if you want brandy.
No, you mustn't. I never cared for brandy. It was the cider I liked.
Oh, there's no cider. But look, I run down to the cross and I'll get you some.
No, you mustn't.
Well,
I'm not supposed to.
what about a cup of tea then?
What's this?
Why don't you go sit beside your husband and stop asking foolish questions? I didn't creature happened, anything that ever happened is my fault, not his. God help me. Now, why don't you sit down beside your husband? Now, you take her hand. And you tell him that you love him. I made a cup of tea. I'm trying to make it like what it was long ago, because we used to have wonderful times then. Remember those evenings in October when we'd have to dance, and in the summer times when we'd come home and make tea. Oh, the tea we used to drink. The appetites we had then. And the things we used to eat. The kitchen will be ready now in a minute. Do you remember what you used to say about the song? Remember that song? Don't you remember?
The song was great.
You used to say, every man that lifts his ear to the rattle of a drum is a fool. And every man that lifts his ear to the sound of a bugle is a fool. And every man that lets his eye be blinded by a fluttering flag is a fool. Because it's the man that sits down and sings the song that matters. Now, I'm not saying it right, but I'm trying my best. Trying to make it sound what it was like then. And maybe we'll all think much better of one another then.
I'll help you with the tea for you then.
Oh no, no. There we are, can't you please? I'm trying to make it exactly like what it was then. Because I belong to the two of you then. Remember that song, Red Sails? Remember that song, Red Sails? It was on the go. Remember that evening in October before you got married? We used to sit outside the steps and we'd sing it. Oh, we had such wonderful times when we were younger. Such marvelous times. We were so innocent then.
What I remember best is nights in Kiskeam, when Jimmy O'Brien and his troubadours played Red Sails in the sunset. The crowd cycling home and everybody trying to remember the words. What was it again?
I have to laugh too when I think of those times. You were in the middle, leading the crowd, and we were on the inside. Oh, all the screaming and the laughing and the falling off. Then you would start this song, and we'd all join in, remembering bits of it.
Boots like gone in a sudden spurt, 100 yards ahead of every one of us, and raised one hand like a choir master.
Nights like those are seldom forgotten. Nights that leave a mark. I wonder, would it be possible to sing again?
Of course it would. Red sails in the sunset, way out on the sea. Oh, carry my loved ones to me.
What's the matter with everyone? When I heard us singing upstairs, I thought it was in the radio. They can't be singing downstairs, I told myself. It just isn't possible, they can't be. What the hell are you going up and saw smoke for? Is there something I don't know about? Bloody women.
We're just going to bed, like we do every night.
All right, get up to bed then.
All right, we're going. Good night.
Good night.
Ask me to dig a ditch or make a watch, but don't ever ask me anything about women. What was the matter with them anyway?
They spoke to me, Joe. They told and spoke to me.
Spoke to you. Both of them spoke to you.
For 20 years. Same as it happened.
Well, they must have had a reason. They just wouldn't change like that in a few minutes.
In a woman, love lies next door to hate. Sometimes you'd have to explain the difference to them. They're that fickle, you know. A toss of a kind. You'd have to explain it to them.
Oh, I don't know. It's all beyond me. You can go out to bed now whenever you like. I don't know what Mary will say if she found you sleeping in her bed. But there's one thing certain, she'll probably never sleep in it again.
I don't care much what Mary thinks. It's what you think that matters, Joe.
Oh, I should be going out. A few things to do. Checking our gates and things. Good night.
Right, so,
Now, you better be heading on up to bed.
well, I prefer if we could talk for a while.
Talk. Talk about what?
I don't really know. Just talk.
God needed the way. Exactly what do you think we should talk about?
I can't really say. I better be going.
No, hold on a minute. I want to make something clear. I've forgotten all that you've done. It's all over. I've nothing against you. But you can't expect me to throw my hands around your neck, because that kind of feeling isn't in me. Didn't you understand how a small boy feels about his father?
God, I'm sorry.
Yes, I know. You're sorry. So you're truly sorry. Well, what the hell good is all that now? You were all that I had. They couldn't give me what I wanted. I became a sober old man at 7 years of age. I grew up overnight. I had no humour. You tore the heart out of me altogether.
Oh God, I'm truly sorry. I'm sorry.
You're sorry. Well, what the hell good is all that now? You were all that I had. Why didn't you take me with you? Why didn't you take me with you? How do you think I felt when I knew that you weren't coming back? The torch and the emptiness that dawned on me. Why didn't you take me with you? I'd have followed you to hell. I wouldn't have given a damn if we had starved. Because we loved each other then.
I've a lot to account for, haven't I? Because I know what you went through. Because I went through it too.
Are you all right?
I wish it was 20 times as bad. It is not half bad enough for the trouble I caused.
Don't say that.
I'm almost glad I have the cancer now.
Oh, don't be talking like that.
Feel your arms around me again.
Don't be saying that, I told you.
It means that much to me. That death doesn't seem to matter anymore. That is a powerful thing. We'll be together now, these few weeks. It's a great thing to have a son's arms around you again and have him near you at the end.
Oh, it's a pity that you should have to come back like this.
It isn't so bad now. I have a few pounds. Bury me near me father up in Kilcushion. The few pounds I have is in a post office book. It will be handy if you're getting married. I'm sorry to be such a trouble to you, Joe.
Oh, don't be talking like that.
You'll never do, man. Don't forget, near me father.
I'll boil up the kettle and make a cup of tea.
The tea would be great.
Now, you wouldn't want to mind beside me. He's selfish. He wants to block you off his mind altogether. A hard thing to do.
He'll never succeed.
What do you mean?
Well, he'll be examining a cow someday. And he'll ask the owner, how old is the cow? And the owner will say, I'm not quite sure, but I bought that cow in the fair the year they buried the hiker. Or he'll be examining a pony, and he'll ask the owner again, how old is the pony? And the owner will say, I'm not quite sure, but I bought that pony as a colt in the fair the day they buried the hiker. The Lord have mercy on him.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd just like to introduce you to the cast. Rita, played by Margaret O'Dea. Dolan. Kate Lacey, Peg Crew. Joe Lacey, Ned O'Dean. And Mary Lacey, by Bernie Whelan. Dr. Willie Dolly, Paddy Cal. The hiker Lacey, Tim O'Gorman. And the producer of the show, Catherine O'Connor. I'd just like at this stage to compliment you on being a very fine audience. I don't think you had much choice coming near the end when to give your service to yourselves if you could. So, there's nothing much more at this stage we do now. The adjudicator will come on stage now and he'll have his comments. And after the whole thing is over, we have the rest. Thank you very much.
And tonight marks the second night of this Laois drama competition. And I would like to say at this stage, and it's very early in the competition, that the standard of organisation of this festival is exceptionally high, and also the hospitality is of an equally high standard. One danger of adjudicating this particular situation is that you want to watch the waistline, because the amount of cakes, apple tarts and sandwiches that have been offered to me both the last night and tonight has been overwhelming in the extreme. I'm looking forward tonight maybe for a bit of the turkey. Somebody mentioned to me last Sunday night that it was a pity that the first groups in the festival were at a disadvantage, because the other groups will go around and listen to the adjudications and they'll pick up all the hints and the tips and they'll know what I'm looking for, and therefore coming towards the end of the festival they will have a better chance than the groups that are on first. Now I'd just like to say first of all that is not true, because each play is unique in itself, each script is different, the facilities in each hall are so completely different that there is no way that you can sort of listen to what I'm saying, pick out what I think is good and bad, and then put it all together the last night and hope that you're going to reap the benefit of it. Each particular play must be seen as a play in itself by a group who are taking on this play with a certain challenge in the script, a certain challenge presented by the facilities that they have. And this is what I'm looking at. I'm looking at the overall ability of a group to do the best they possibly can with what's available to them in terms of the script and the facilities. Now there are small points here and there about acting and production and so on, fine. I'm making allowances as I go along for that as well. So I just want to reassure the groups that we're on first. You know, you're not at a disadvantage by any means indeed. Tonight it's very encouraging to see a full house for this play, despite the fact that Vinnie and Miley were tying the knot somewhere else tonight. We obviously weren't invited to the wedding, but however we'll probably catch up with them on Tuesday night. But I don't think that you made a mistake by coming tonight, because you had an excellent night of live entertainment, which I think at any time is much more enjoyable than watching anything on television or any other second-hand means of entertainment. Tonight's play is an old play in as much as that it was written by John B. Keane in the 1960s, the early 1960s, and some indication of the dating of the play is that in the script, Simon going out for the day to the wedding is looking for £1. Now, he wouldn't get very far these days going to a wedding with £1 in his pocket. So the first thing the producer had to do was to decide to play it as a period piece set when it was written in the early 60s, or bring it more up to date. And this is what the group did tonight, and the pound became £5, and the amount of money he had to pay for the house of the cross suddenly went up to £3,000 and so on. This is a good decision by the group to update the play, because
it is acceptable in a very up-to-date way as well, because the characters in it are very strong, the situation is very strong, and although a lot of things have changed in Ireland over the last 20 or 30 years, one thing that hasn't changed, I suppose, to a great extent, would be the people. People are very much the same. The situations are different, the settings are different, but the people are very much the same. Now, I explained last Sunday night in Monbellic that there is a marking system. This is a competition, and my job is to adjudicate on it. There are certain categories, and I'll go through those tonight in my adjudication, just to make sure that everybody is adjudicated on the same basis. The first category that I'd like to look at is a category which involves makeup, set, lighting, props and costume. The makeup tonight was good throughout. A few cases of makeup being a little bit heavy because the lights weren't strong enough to... What happens with makeup is if you have very strong lights, that the makeup disappears in the strong lights and creates the character. Therefore, if you haven't got exceptionally strong lights and if you have a small hall, then you must tone the makeup down accordingly. But except for one or two cases, the makeup was very well applied. I thought the Hikers was particularly good. He had a nice sick tinge to him when he came in. We knew he wasn't long for the road. And this helped the character. It's all these things like costume, makeup, the props, the lighting, all of these backup facilities that are provided that help the characters to create the parts on the stage. I thought that Dr. William Dolly might have had a little bit more of a tan coming home from a month's honeymoon in Spain. Now, I know he was on his honeymoon, but I'm sure he would have spent some time in the week would have resulted in some sort of a tan. The set is a very compact set, very small stage, and this was a problem for the producer because at one point in the play we have quite a few people on the stage at the same time. But it was a very compact set and very well thought out, so that everything that was on it was important in its own way and helped to create the illusion of this household, this kitchen of the Lacey household where all this drama unfolds. I mean, there's some lovely touches to it. Everything is there in detail. The range of the kettle boiling on it. I mean, this is very, very good attention to detail. The fact that you have the taps here which work, you have water in the taps, you have the window with a sense of depth and perspective outside. I'm sure it's very, very close to the back wall here, but they managed to achieve that. So overall, I thought the set was very well thought out, very compact, tremendous attention to detail. Even down to the things like, as I said, the boiling kettle and the turkey in the oven. Everything was here as demanded by the script. So that was very, very well achieved by the group tonight. The lighting posed a problem in as much as there are no lights forward of the stage. Usually you have spotlights out in front of the stage here. You can light areas which are inaccessible to the lighting if it's behind the stage as it is here, behind the arch. And there was a shadowy area down here which caused a problem at one stage, but it wasn't a particularly big problem. Judging by the amount of lighting that they had, just looking at it here, they did tremendously well with the lighting that they had available to them. The sense of evening was achieved. We had different changes in mood, and these changes in mood should be reflected in the lighting. And within the restrictions that are here on the lighting, they achieved that quite well indeed. The props were very well thought out, as I've said already before. The kitchen was well stocked, all the appropriate items were here. Costume, very well costumed. The suits for the men going to the wedding dress itself, ideal. I'm sure that Joe was set back a few £100 by that when Mary decided to go and get married. He had to drop a few pounds for that. It looked really authentic. The hiker's costume was good, down again to the small details in the costume. So overall, the backup services were working very well here. The makeup, the set, the lighting, and all of the other people who were working away behind the scenes all contributed their parts very, very well tonight to this play. I'll just look then briefly at the production. The producer in any play has a huge problem because the producer is responsible for bringing all the various elements together and presenting the play on the stage. Now the casting, I thought this was a very good choice of play for the group. The parts were all well cast in terms of age and appearance, and the people didn't have very much of a problem in fitting into the parts in terms of their age and their appearance. Now, we had a few people who were much younger than the parts they were playing, but they achieved the aging of the character quite well indeed. The problems of the restricted set and the fact that there are two doors which were dictating when people came in and went out. These were restrictions that were set for the producer, and she coped with them very, very well indeed. Now, she coped with them in a number of ways. One was to keep some of the scenes very static. In other words, she put people sitting down and they played their parts sitting down. And while that was a very good solution to the problem, at times I felt a little bit more movement might have helped. There was one point, for example, when Simey is teasing the hiker, and he was sitting on the couch and the hiker was sitting on the high chair. If Simey had moved around at that time, he could have got more of this sense of aggression and viciousness which was in Simey towards his father when he was playing with him and teasing him. But otherwise, the static scenes solved the problem of the restricted space, but as I say, sometimes perhaps a little bit of movement might have helped to accentuate the characters and to point the particular relationship between the characters a little bit better. The business with the flower, if you remember when they were going to the wedding and Joe had the flower and Frida was pinning it in, she had a problem getting it pinned in properly, and this is a terribly awkward thing on the stage because you know that there are all these people are watching you and they're saying, is she going to do it, is she going to manage to do it in time, and so on. They handled that very well indeed, and Frida particularly was very good in that scene. But I would say to the cast and the producer, you must rehearse everything down to the smallest little detail. I mean, if you have to make a cup of tea on the stage, it's a completely different situation to making a cup of tea at home in the kitchen. You do it at home automatically, you don't even notice you're doing it. But you're up here and all these people are watching you, and if you make a mistake and you let the kettle fall, God knows what's going to happen. Therefore, you must rehearse it and rehearse it and rehearse it until it becomes second nature and it becomes like working at home. So even small little actions and so on, using any props whatsoever on the stage must be rehearsed until you feel quite happy and confident with them. The sense of bustle in the opening scene was well achieved. The getting ready for the wedding, you could believe that this was a house in which somebody was going to go out and get married. The compliment to the producer was that the opening of Act 1, Scene 2, after a lot of comedy and sort of running around and a bit of fun in Act 1, Scene 1, then we had the hiker arriving in Act 1, Scene 2. And it didn't go over into comedy. It could easily have become farcical and funny. But the control was up here on the stage. The characters were convincing. They played it very seriously, and that transmitted itself to the audience. And that was a compliment I felt there to both the producer and to the people on the stage who were in that scene. One point I would take up with the producer, and I'll be talking to the cast hopefully afterwards in more detail. One point I would take up, and that was there were a number of cuts in the dialogue. A number of cuts here and there in the speeches, particularly the hikers' long speeches. Now by doing that, okay, you tighten up the play, you make it more compact, but there are certain aspects of the hiker's character that come out in those lines. There is a poetic side to the hiker's character which helps to explain why he left. And we didn't get that tonight because of some of the cuts in the dialogue, but I'll be talking, as I say, to the group in more detail about that later on. The bullfight scene was well handled on the small stage. Simey, I felt he was going to end up for a moment on the front row. I'm sure you were worried about it as well. He just managed to stop in time. And the same thing when he came in with this leapfrogging over Joe when he got the news that he had passed his exams. And that was very well rehearsed, obviously. Or if it wasn't, it was a minor miracle in itself. So that was well done. And I like this sort of physical action from Simey because it gave us a feeling for the type of character that he was. The positioning at the table was well done because nobody was masked. We were able to see everybody at the table. It's quite a difficult thing to do on the stage, is to have people sitting at a table without somebody getting in somebody else's way. Now again, you may not notice that when you're just watching what's happening. You're listening to what's been said, you're reacting to what's going on. When you look at it at the technical end of it, this was well achieved tonight by the group in that situation. We had some masking. That's when somebody is standing between the audience and somebody else. We had some masking for some of the entrances and exits. But then again, that's very hard to avoid on the stage being so restricted. There was good pace achieved. The first scene was nice and lively. Then we had a slow scene when the hiker came in. This is very important for the overall balance of the play. You must speed up scenes, you must slow down scenes so that the audience has a chance to get a feeling for the reactions and the emotions and the relationships that are developing here on the stage. I would say perhaps there should have been a little bit more shock when the hiker came in to the dinner scene. And an obvious slowing down of the pace after he had left, because this is very crucial to the plot, that his arrival spoils the situation for everybody. The final scene between Joe and the hiker, I felt it worked extremely well and got exactly the right feeling and left the audience in the right mood for the curtain just to close at the very end. That was very well achieved indeed. Now we can just go on then and look at the acting. Generally, as I said, there was very good balance in the acting. People were well cast and played the parts very well. It was a nice natural delivery of the lines. People were thinking out what they were saying and they came across to us as natural lines which you could expect from characters in this particular situation. The play is about relationships between people and how people affect each other's lives, particularly how the hiker has affected everybody in this household, and about how the changes come in the people's lives as a result of the hiker's return. Therefore, it's a serious play. There's a very strong, serious element to this play, but it's overlaid with comedy to help lighten the message a little bit. And it's quite a difficult thing to do, to play the comedy and at the same time to catch the tension and the seriousness. And this was achieved in the acting tonight very well indeed. Just go through the people who were in it, the characters. I'll just give the characters' names. Frida, I felt, looked right for the part, good expression in her lines, nice sense of bitterness in the opening act where she was talking about the hiker and her memories of him. And then the change that came over her in Act 3 when the memories began to soften due to the fact that the hiker was approaching death and began to remember back together to the old days. The performance of this actress, I felt, was sincere, very sincere, and caught the various sides of Frida's character. A good performance indeed. Then we had Simon. Looked right for the part. Nice, lively, physical quality to this actor's approach. There's a cruel streak in Simon, which comes out eventually in the way he treats his father. Because, all right, he is a hiker, he is a tramp, he has deserted the family, but he is still his father. And whereas Joe initially beats him up and slaps him around, Joe's love for his father comes through in the end. But Simon has this strong, vicious streak in him, which doesn't allow him to feel the love for his father. And I felt that that side of the character perhaps needed to be telegraphed a little bit more to the audience earlier on, so that we wouldn't be too surprised when he did actually turn on him physically towards the end of the play. But overall, he achieved a very, very believable character. We were thoroughly convinced that he was the type of guy that was away at university 5 years to become a vet, that he was looking for the few pounds to spend on drink. But I was particularly impressed by his physical approach. He wasn't afraid to let himself go physically. Sometimes people on the stage are very conscious of themselves and don't move around or use their hands or use their bodies. And this actor had no inhibitions in that area, so it was a very good performance there again, indeed. Good sense of excitement, for example, when he came in having passed the exam. It's very difficult to walk out the stage cold. You know, you just walk straight from behind that door and you have to pretend that you've got this message, that you've passed your exams, and suddenly come rushing in with this excitement. And he managed to do that very well indeed. Kate, the mother, this is a very well written part for the mother. You notice her prayers got him his exams, nothing else. None of the work he did or anything else. It was her prayers. She was very good in the scene going to the wedding. You could believe this was a mother fussing about the daughter going out to get married. I felt this actress improved and got a little bit more confidence as the play went on. The emotional scene with the hiker, where herself and the hiker left together early on in the play, worked very well indeed. But I would like to see more reaction from her in the final scene where Frida makes this reconciliation between the hiker and Kate. I think Kate in that situation must decide what her reaction to this is going to be. Whether she's happy to be reconciled with the hiker, whether she's still bitter or whatever. And that must be expressed through her face and through her actions and so on. It must come across to us more clearly. But a nice performance, a nice credible, believable performance as Kate there as the mother. Joe then, in Joe we had a tremendous contrast to Simon. I mean, we couldn't have got a more physical contrast. Big, strong personality in the beginning and then the softening of the characters that went on towards the end. Whereas Simon had all this excitement and still another vicious streak coming through as well. Joe, I felt, was good. He had a nice feeling for the character, a good strong personality, and he caught this growing love for his father, for the hiker, in the later scenes. A very good, strong performance from this actor. That was well done indeed. Mary, she looked every inch of bride when she walked in, and she got the part extremely well. This thing of looking so beautiful and then looking at the fag as well, which sort of destroyed the image of the beautiful bride. She got that very well indeed. The Dr. Dolly, I'll just deal with him. Good appearance, as I say, apart from the tan, a little bit more tan maybe. Nice dramatic quality in telling about the bullfight and a little bit of jiggery pokery that went on here. Very well achieved, and again the sort of professional interest in the hiker, that he recognised the symptoms of his problem when he walked in and so forth. That was well achieved there as well. The hiker then, we come to the final character in the play, very good characterisation. I mean, the whole play stands or falls on the hiker really, because it's the year of the hiker, the play is about the hiker. We're waiting for him to appear in the play, and those of us who have seen it before have seen other people play the part, and you're always constantly waiting to see this particular actor, what his interpretation of the part is going to be. I felt that it was very sensitively interpreted tonight by this actor. Now, I do have this reservation about some of the lines being dropped out, which meant that we didn't really see the full development of the Hiker's personality, this other side to him which was lost because we didn't get some of the lines. But having said that, and having made that reservation, it was a very impressive characterization. His initial entry was good, no sense of hurry or urgency. He wasn't intimidated by the fact there was no one else on the stage. Took his time, good confidence, nice build-up. He was quite sick and slow coming in, and then the problem was how could he get even sicker and slower towards the end of the day. He managed to do but I sensed the pain, you could feel the growing pain. At one stage, he just made a gesture and I heard somebody say, oh, he's got the pain again. You could actually feel it down in the arm. When Simon was finished with him, you weren't too clear whether the pain was from the cancer or from a broken rib that he got from his son. But he did that very well indeed. And the final scene, as I say, he got this nice feeling of the reconciliation between the father and the son, which is really what the play is about. In spite of what's said about the women and so on, they have gone off, they have left the father and son together. It's very much about a father and son relationship and about the love of the father for the son and the son for the father. So overall, they're my comments to the audience on the play that we saw tonight. I felt that the group tonight caught the underlying tension in the relationships between the characters and they sweetened it for us with a nice coating of comedy. The serious pill was there. Pill was coated with a nice sugary coating of comedy, very well achieved by the group. So we had an excellent night's entertainment for which we owe a debt of gratitude to the Ballypicus Drama Group. Thank you very much.